Should I use my teacher voice or should I speak into this?
Use the microphone, please.
All right, okay. All right, let's get this situated. Chris Roper knows me really well right now, and we're spending a lot of time with you.
Not for any legal issues.
And I don't do any divorces or criminal work, including anything having to do with agriculture, divorces, or criminal work. So, anyway. So, hello everyone. I'm so honored to be here with you all today, and I appreciate the invitation, and I apologize ahead of time for speaking and then running out the door, but we're meeting with the County Council across the way, all-day meeting, really getting into the weeds about exactly what Mr. Burgess talked about, which is how do we actually get tribal governments prepared for the days ahead. And I will tell you, I'm gonna sing scattershot, and I want you to raise your hand and ask me questions all along the way, okay? I've been doing this work since 1981. Ugh, do the math. I've been around. I've been licensed to practice law in this state since '84. I actually started doing my work in food and agriculture under Robert Henry. Many of you know him. He actually gave me my first assignment during the height of the farm financial crisis in the 80s. And for many of you who might not know about that, it was the time when oil and gas went down, banks went down, and ag went down all at the same time. Wow. And so I'll tell you, when the 2008 collapse happened, I said, okay, we got this. We can walk through this. It's going to be okay. You know, at the end of the day, we all walked through that already, right, in 2008. It was hideous. And Oklahoma was at the epicenter of a lot of problems. And the reason why is varied, but our economy here in Oklahoma is inextricably intertwined with agriculture, oil and gas. I don't have to explain all this to y'all. You know what I'm talking about. And so I approached my work in food and agriculture first from a credit standpoint, from a financial viability standpoint. Why? Because at the end of the day, we can build all the sustainable systems that we want to, built on solid environmental, climate, pillars, and we can have an agriculture that relates to us in a social way with a very strong pillar. But if you do not deal with the financial components of food and agriculture, then you are building a table that doesn't have one of the legs, right? And not everybody wants to talk about money. I get it. And a lot of us who work with our tribes, we don't want to go there. Dad doesn't want to have to go there, do you? You just want to do your incredible work, and we should all give you a round of applause, because if we didn't have Deb Echohawk in this space, I don't know what we'd do. And I'm so thankful that you're here, and I'm so thankful that you're my friend. I mean, her work has preserved and held dear our traditions and our culture around food. And that's not in place in some tribes. Some is coming back, but it's almost slipping through our fingers. And Deb has made sure it hasn't for the Pawnee people. And the lessons that everyone can take from her, I know I'm embarrassing you, but it's important. It's central to what we do. If we do what we're doing around sustainable food systems, and we forget what she's done, then why are we even doing it, right? So anyway, I have to put an exclamation point on that, and I have to get it out of my system early. But I also have to put an exclamation point about the financial. I went to law school because I don't like to deal with numbers. I don't like to deal with that. I just thought, I'll just either marry somebody who knows how to deal with numbers or hire somebody. And Chris knows me. I love to travel with H.L. Goodwin. He's my registered economist. take him everywhere I go.
Your work coat.
He's awesome. His work coat. It's like, money, you're going to talk about it. I know that's my weakness. I mean, it's not that I don't do it, it's just that I don't like to do it, right? But I also have been through the valley of the shadow of death on food and agriculture, and I'm here to tell you, if you ignore that piece of the puzzle, you do it at your peril. And in climate adaptation, if you don't pay attention to that piece, then you're not going to be able to stand up adaptation approaches and mitigation and adoption of, any kind of methods we need to respond without, it's not going to have the pillar it needs to actually stand up for long term. And that's what we got to do. We got to pay attention to that. So anyway, I started doing my work in this nastiness of our financial crises. But at that time in the 80s, I would go out and talk to people throughout the state, but also throughout the country. And they would say, we think it's all about financial. Wait until food safety regulation and environmental regulations show up on our doorstep. I'm not against any of that at all, but I'm here to tell you that tribal governments need to step up and help their people as much as they can. And not every tribal government can do that. Not every tribal government has the same level of resources. But where we are right now, I get why our current administration was elected. I totally get it. Why? Because as a farmer, rancher, food person, having been in this space for 35 years, we are regulated to death. Sorry. It's 2017. And I talk to people all the time about food safety issues. Our center, our initiative was just selected in the last 6 months to run the Native Center out for outreach, training, technical assistance, and education. That's a really big mouthful, I know. On food safety compliance with the Food Safety Modernization Act. And we're having to stand up a whole huge nationwide, portfolio of grower trainings and train the trainer trainings and train the trainer of the trainings. I mean, it's just layers. And I will tell you, I go to meetings in Indian country all the time, and I talk about food safety a lot. But no one knowingly ever makes anybody sick. I don't. You don't. Nobody knowingly does that. Here's what I'm telling you. We live in a world, and our favorite show at home is NCIS. How many of you watch that? And Bones. We love all that stuff. We live in that world. A food scientist can go in and, sorry, I'm going to use you as my prop. A food scientist, you can get sick. You can go to the hospital. The food scientist can go, or whoever, the doctor, can go in and culture what's in your stomach and can tell me exactly what land it was grown on. We already live in a space of that. I'm a lawyer, so that means that all I have to do is subpoena those records, and I can track whatever made you sick back to your farm. Wow. And guess what? If you hurt my child with your food, I will see you in court. You may not like that. I don't care. You may be salt of the earth. I don't care. You're coming with me. You hear me? I mean, that's a reality. That's where we live. We live in the most litigious society on the planet, in the US of A. And I'm a lawyer. And I'm telling you that that's part of why this country exists, is free and open access to the courts. Right? So sometimes we go places where we don't want to go. That's why states all around the country and the federal government have pieces of law that say, if you raise food for me, I'm going to hold you not liable. If for some other reason something happened along the way and I got sick. Well, there's going to be some people who are going to say, I don't want that sort of protection for a farmer in my statutes, because that farmer might be a big ag farmer, and I want to be able to sue them. You hear me? I know y'all all know about this. Big versus small, organic versus not, right? At the end of the day, microorganisms don't care whether you're big or small. They are clueless about whether you grow for some other company or not. They don't care whether you're the purple people eater. They're a bacteria, microorganism, pathological thing that knows no boundaries. They don't know tribal jurisdictional boundaries. They don't know state boundaries. They just show up. And guess what? That has a direct link to climate. What we're seeing right now across everybody's food supply is the reinvigoration of pathogens that we hadn't seen how many years? Decades. Right now, for instance, the entire citrus crops of Florida are at risk. Citrus greening. Nobody can come up with anything fast enough to actually protect that crop. I was just in a meeting in D.C. this week. I don't know where I am half the time. And the speaker, this keynote speaker was saying, I hope you love your orange juice, because you may not get any more. So I'm just telling you, climate change is here. I don't care what anybody says. And whether you believe it started yesterday or 2,000 years ago or even come until tomorrow, I don't really care about that either. The reality is our systems are changing. Our weather is getting different. And maybe it always did. I don't really care. The point I'm trying to make is we're going to have to be adapting very quickly. Like, for instance, with citrus. How are we going to do we want to save the citrus infrastructure in Florida? Is that a policy decision that we're all going to engage in?